Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to Plugged In. I am your host, Frank Ruvoli, and we are here with Jerica Paliga. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am good. I'm excited to finally meet you. Heard a lot of good things about you.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know what I've heard, but...
Yeah, good things. All good things.
All right.
So Jerica, tell us, what is your style? What is your, your genre for the people that haven't heard you yet? And I've got to listen to a few of your songs, Home and Addicted, and we'll talk about a way that you can get that a little later in the show, but tell us, what is your genre?
It's like a mixture of country and pop. More country than anything. Those are kind of my roots. Those are what I stick to. Like, I love everything country, but I do have some pop in me, some style I like to bring out. But the nice thing about my upcoming album is there's a song on there for everybody.
Awesome.
As in, it's so different in the musical genre, honestly. But
and that's cool too. That's cool when you could have something that relates, at least one song, if it relates to anybody. That's the best thing in the world, isn't it? So, tell us, you have an album coming out, you said, and that's going to be when?
Hopefully the next couple months. We don't have an exact release date yet.
Okay.
We're finishing up the last couple songs here, but once we do it, then we're getting it out as fast as we can.
Awesome. But you did kind of think that it would be by the end of this year, right?
Definitely.
2017.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you have a 2017 release. So you're from Chesterton, Indiana, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so why don't you tell us how you started playing music? What was what got you interested in music, and kind of what was your first steps into becoming a musician?
So I've always been an athlete, and I got injured, and I was in my back, and I couldn't do anything, and so I'd sit there all day, and I'm like, I can't just sit here. So I picked up a guitar, and I got lessons from someone named Frank Ruvoli. He used to play with a band called Hermits. They're a big band back then. So he gave me lessons, and I picked it up super easy, and I just fell in love with it. And then after that, I started singing, and he was like, you have so much potential. I think I was only about like 14 or 15 at the time. So I just kind of started playing out with him a little bit, and then shortly after that, I figured out I had the talent to write music. And I just kind of picked it up and ran with it ever since. But
you know, it's crazy that you just said that, because I have the same exact thing. I was a baseball player, hurt my shoulder, couldn't play anymore, started playing music. So it's insane that that's how you started too. It blows my mind. What sport you play?
Gymnastics.
Awesome. Awesome. So, and that's tough on the back, I know that for sure.
Very.
So awesome. So that's great. And so since then you started, and as I told you before we got on camera, I've been hearing a lot about you. So tell us kind of like what you've been doing recently the last couple of years, because to be honest, you're really starting to blow up. So, which is a great thing. How's it feel?
It feels amazing. So I used to live in Nashville a couple of years ago, and then I moved back here when I found the management label I'm with right now, G4 Music, and they kind of picked me up and they started working with me, and I wouldn't be where I am right now without them. But we've just been playing some big shows, any gig we can. We got to play at Country Thunder last year, opening up for Eric Church, and I think Thomas Rhett played that day, and then got to hang out with Jay Goen after, and it was that right there kind of, I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, I know I want to do music.
Absolutely.
It was just amazing being in there. But we've just been playing so many shows lately, and the past year has been very big for me. So I can't wait to see what keeps coming up next.
Yeah, absolutely. And you said you opened up for Eric Church. Who were a couple others that you opened for? Because I know there were a couple other big names that recently you were just with, maybe last month or so? Or?
Yeah, Jared Neiman, and then last Thursday, we actually opened up for Kanan Smith.
Awesome.
Yeah.
My buddy loves that dude.
He's awesome. We got to meet him, and he's the most genuine guy.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, and you talk about you got to open up for them now. That was due to a contest that you did really well in, correct?
Yes.
Let's talk about that. What was that?
It was called Coors Light Big Break Contest. And that was, they picked contestants, and then they picked like a final, I think it's like 8 or 10. And then the final show, there's 4 of us. So they judge basing off that, and I still remember it like it was yesterday, and I had such a great show, and I felt so confident in everything, and after they announced the winner, I was just bawling my eyes out. I'm like, I can't believe this. That's kind of weird.
I bet. And that was through, didn't 95.5 post that too? So that's pretty cool too. So Jerica, if somebody wants to see you play or come and meet you, where's some shows that are coming up?
We're going to be playing at the Lake County Fair. I'll actually be there just about every day, but we're playing Monday. I love fairs. We'll be at Babapalooza It's at Sunset Hill Farms.
Awesome.
Then we'll be at a couple venues in Valparaiso, Popcorn Fest.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of Valparaiso shows this year.
Good. Yeah, well, Velpa's always got a lot of good stuff going on,
Yeah.
too, so that's great. So it's a great opportunity for you guys to go out and see Jerica perform with her band. Definitely good fests and shows to be at anyway, just for great music and great entertainment all the way around. So tell us about how people can get some of your music. Like I said earlier, you have Home and Addicted available.
Yes.
And it's 2 separate songs. It's Home and Addicted. It sounds like I meshed it into one. But so how can people get that and listen to your music?
There's a ton of ways you can get it. We're all over social media. If you want to go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, it's just Jereica Paliga. Or you can sign up for our email list if you email jereicapaligamusic@gmail.com. And we'll send you free songs. And also we're got stuff on YouTube as well. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to sit with us today and be on Plugged In. We are pumped to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you.
You too.
So thank you guys for watching. This is Plugged In, NWI Entertainer. I am Frank Ruvoli, your host. This is Jerica Paliga.